at the Worthington Inn on High Street. While the inn long ago gave way to seating for the restaurant, the place is simply dripping with history and ghost stories. But we'll get to that in a minute. Dishes here are based on locally sourced ingredients. Grass-fed Ohio beef is prominent on the menu, as well as artisanal cheeses, and if you come for dinner, the herb-crusted lamb chops are a favorite. Today, I'm sampling blackened scallops. With me at the table is Annabelle Kinsel, who coordinates big events at Worthington Inn and is the keeper of many stories about the place. Oh, this is beautiful, too. Now, is this your favorite dish, or you have another one that's your go-to?
My absolute favorite dish, I always recommend the beef Worthington. So it's our twist on a filet mignon. It's got mushroom demi-glaze on there, but honestly, the star of the show is gonna be the potato gratin that basically comes as a big brick of just good melted cheese. That's probably the best part of the whole meal right there, right?
One of the things that I hear is that you have ghosts. How many ghosts do you have here?
So we're not quite sure exactly how many. We've been told 2, maybe even 3, just by various people who somehow get a sense of they feel like there's maybe a little more than just our dining patrons here. We've heard quite a few times there's an older gentleman who stands at the top of the stairs and kind of welcomes people as they come in, and they get a feeling he might be the original owner. There also is a woman. And anytime we have things that move or doors that close, we've been told that's her. And then we also have a cigar smoking ghost as well.
Oh, you're kidding.
So that is the manager in the 50s and 60s would, after he closed the place, would go upstairs. He would light a cigar and he'd count his money. There'll be occasional times where you're just, you know, in the middle of dinner service. And of course, you're not allowed to smoke inside here, but it'll smell like somebody just lit up a cigar right next to you. It actually personally happened to me Easter morning. We do big buffets on holidays like Easter, Mother's Day, Thanksgiving, and I was here early Easter Sunday and getting things ready, so nobody was in the building yet. And I was just making coffee and turning on lights, and all of a sudden it smelled like, you know, somebody had just lit up a cigar and was smoking it right next to me at 7 o'clock on a Sunday morning.
Oh, that's wild. There's a story about a gentleman who was setting up here for a big event, and something happened with the silverware while he was not looking?
Yes. So we had a manager who he was here late for a wedding. We do lots of different events here, and we've got private rooms. And so throughout the day, we'll have 4 or 5 parties. And so he was working a late party, and then he had to come in the next morning and work a breakfast, and he was really tired. And so he thought, you know what, I don't care what the room looks like. I'll hurry up, I'll set it, I'll come back in early tomorrow morning. I'm the last one out, I'm the first one in tomorrow, and I'll just make sure everything looks properly set. And so he locked the door, he turned off the lights, locked up the building, left. First one back in the morning, unlock the door, turn on the lights, and all his silverware had been pushed to the middle of the tables, as if to say, you didn't do it right the first time, do it again.
Well, it sounds like you personally believe in ghosts, do you?
You know, I talk to a lot of our patrons about this. I don't necessarily know about ghosts, but you can feel people's energy, and this place has a lot of energy. Just for, you know, we've been around for 187 years. And you can just feel that there's been thousands and thousands of people in and out of this building. Now, if you were to ask me at 10 o'clock at night when I'm closing down the building by myself and all the lights are off, I might be a believer at every creak and, you know, shadow out of the corner of my eye. So I'm not quite sure if I do or not. But.
Does anything change around Halloween? Is there more that kind of activity around Halloween?
There's not. You know, the things, and a lot of times we get caught off guard when things happen. It'll be things like whispers in your ears, or things move, or just something out of the corner of your eye, a glass falls off a shelf or something like that. We do definitely have more interest in our ghost stories at Halloween. So we pair up with the Worthington Historical Society and do a big candlelit Halloween dinner. And we seem to have a lot of more people wanting to see a ghost, but it's almost like we've asked them to be on display and they don't want to do it. So.
Oh, how interesting. I've never heard of ghosts refusing to show up.
Refusing to show.
But people love ghost stories. Why do you think that is? Why do we like that so much?
You know, I think it's just, I think one of 2 reasons. I love Halloween. I like being just a little scared. It's fun. But at the same time, I think people like to think that there's something after life. You know, it's proof that you go on even after. So if you loved the Worthington Inn while you were alive, you can still come hang out here after you're dead too. So I think people like that.
Great to know that. Thank you, Annabelle.
Thanks, Charlene.